Well, this week we're talking about worship. You know, there are over 400 references to singing in the Bible, and that's why we have in the studio with us Chris and Ashton and Tim. You guys are worship leaders, so you're going to help us unpack this. Now, let's get right into it. Because worship is not what you think, but it is a little bit what you think. So I want to talk about corporate worship. The first thing I want you to explain is this point. Worship is not about us. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, the simplest explanation is that worship is about who God is. It's not about our feelings or what we think about things, but it's about who God is and what God has done. It's not about us.
So how would we, someone watching this video, how would that person make worship about them?
Yeah, I think, oftentimes we go to church and, we go for the Sunday experience, and part of that is worship. And I think there's a lot of ways that you can make it about yourself. We've talked about, people that come and don't engage. Maybe as a worship leader, I've been leading worship and seeing people just kind of standing around or just not really engaged in the worship. And to me, that's a way that they can really make it about them.
Because they're self-conscious or they don't have a good voice,
right?
Yeah.
So now they're not entering in because...
Yeah. I think for me, just being really honest, I'm a musician and a worship leader, so I tend to think musically about things, and I have to really be careful that when I go to a worship set that I'm not leading, that I'm not over-analyzing what's happening musically. It's a great gift that God has given, the gift of music, but if I'm not careful, I can start thinking about that and making that a priority above what the experience is about, right? So I just have to remind myself, hey, don't analyze, enter into worship right now. And
since we're confessing, I will confess that sometimes I'll be there and I'll be like, you start playing a song, I'm like, I don't like this song, right?
Yeah.
And now I've made it about the song I like or don't like.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's too loud, it's too quiet.
Yeah.
To be really critical of what's going on.
The lights are too bright, it's not dark enough.
That's right.
Whatever.
Well, I think at the core of who we are, that there is a tendency to have it be about us. It's kind of selfishly, we think that this should be up to our expectations or this should be how we want it to be. And in reality, we should shift and say, this isn't about us at all. This is really about the creator of heaven and of earth.
That's great.
Step away, it's not about me, it's about him.
Yeah, that's so good.